Hello everyone and welcome to Shifting Gears. With me I have the Mahindra BE6E. Be sexy. Is that what you would call your car? But it is what it is. This is going to be a very detailed interior review video of this very stylish looking electric SUV here for the Indian market. BE, a new brand from Mahindra, and this is their first product, and I think this is going to be a smash hit because prices start at just rupees 18.9 lakh rupees, and for that price there is no other car which looks as stylish as this. Now this car of course is going to rival the likes of the Tata Curvv.EV, but compared to that I think this BE6E looks much better, much more proportionate and much more stylish and sporty. But then looks are subjective. You let us know which car would you prefer. Now let us first start by opening the boot. 455 liters of boot space capacity, electrically operated tailgate. Just have a look at this. One large sized cabin luggage bag, hard luggage, one backpack, two backpack, three backpack. Then we have one more hard cabin luggage bag over here, and then over that we have two snack boxes stacked as well. All this below the parcel tray. You can remove the parcel tray and get more cargo carrying capacity should you wish. Below this boot floor you have the spare wheel and your charging cable position. Now I am not going to move all of this because it's going to take a lot of effort, but we showed that to you in our first look video which we uploaded a few days back, so do check that out. You will understand what I am speaking about. And then to close the tailgate you have a button over here, one press and you are good to go. You don't have to put in a lot of effort. And look at these flashing lights. They are for your safety and security. Very nicely done, isn't it? Let me show you those lights one more time. Just have a look at this. When the tailgate is opening, these lights are going to ensure proper visibility so that you stay safe. This right now is flashing because the turn indicator is active for the right hand side. And now when I close it, you will notice both the lights down there are flashing. Now what I want to show you is the frunk. Because this is an electric SUV, because this is an EV, there is no engine under the hood, and over here you get 45 liters of cargo carrying capacity. Very nicely done. You can maybe carry the charging cable over here as well, but I really wish there was a cover provided over this. Of course there are weather strips over here if you notice on this bonnet area, so it is going to be properly sealed, but a proper cover, a proper locking cover would have been more ideal. Nevertheless, you get this extra bit of storage, and then you will notice that you have hydraulic assist, so you don't have to lift up the bonnet and then hold it and then lock a stick in place. This also makes the BE6E look and feel more modern in terms of daily usability. Now will you open this frunk daily? That is for you to decide. And check this out. When I close this, it has not closed completely, and this area is how you will have to lift up the frunk, because from here it is going to be a bit tricky because your fingers won't really go in because of this panel, so that is a bit odd. So you will have to lift up the frunk from these sections, and then that is why I think they have offered you hydraulic assistance, because it is a bit odd to open it up. And now let us get inside this vehicle, and first let us speak about ingress, egress and how wide the doors open. So the door handle over here, as you can notice, it is the flush type door handle. You have seen this on the Mahindra XUV700 as well. This is how wide the door opens, almost 90 degrees. And the rear door you can open from this particular section. So on this C-pillar area you have this carved out section, and then you can open the door this way. I'm going to first start off with the rear cabin. Now speaking about ingress and egress, check this out. I'm 5 feet 8 inches in height, and when I have to get inside, the floor is definitely a bit raised. Now firstly, that is because this is an SUV, so they wanted to offer you that ground clearance, and then because of this in-glow skateboard platform, because there is a battery pack accommodated on the floor section, it is a bit raised. So this is how you will have to get in and out. But if you have elderly family members, if you have old family members who find it difficult, let me show you how they can get in. They can come up close to the vehicle the seat bench is not too high, so they can sit on the seat, then hold on to the door and then get inside. So even though this Mahindra BE6C is so radical, so stylish, it is still family friendly even for those from the older generation. So it is not going to be too much of a problem. And check this out, they can very easily get out, hold on to these points and then help themselves out with dignity. All of this is very important. It does matter to such people. Now, when we speak about the front cabin, for my height, I have already adjusted the seat. Check this out. No problem at all. Good to get in and out. Very easy, very effortless. Just have a look at the ingress egress area. There is nothing that is jutting out, and this lip is not too high. This sill is not too high. So it doesn't feel like you are getting in a tub. You can simply slide your feet inside and slide your feet out. So this also makes it very, very convenient and ergonomic. Now first, have a look at this seat. You have electrical operation for the seat. You have memory function for the seat. And you also have seat ventilation, 3 levels of seat ventilation. And as soon as you hit that seat ventilation button, you will instantly feel the cooling effect on your back and on your bottom. So very functional, very useful. And now what I want you to see is this particular area. Just have a look at how flat it is. So to get in and out, it is not going to be a problem, but then you will have to keep cleaning this, because since it is so ergonomic, everybody will brush their foot over here. Then have a look at this door. Let me get out and show that to you, because it is very stylish. So have a look at this. You have soft touch material over here. This also is soft touch material. This is soft touch too. Then here you have a nice textured plastic. Looks very nice, hard plastic. Lower down again, textured material, hard plastic. Good storage area over here. You have a bottle holder and some storage space for extra oddities over here. Look how deep it is. Then you have your window controls, which are a bit odd. Check this out. If I push it up now, it actually brings the window down. And if I push it down, it brings the window up. Is this how it is, or have I lived under a rock for 35 years? You let me know in the comments below. But what is the coolest thing over here is this strap to open and close the door. So check this out, pull to open. BE branding over here. It doesn't feel flimsy, but it is definitely very different and unique, and it looks stylish for sure. All these hard plastics, they have a nice texture, but to some people, maybe they would think that it is not that great. But I think it is a job well done. And you have this dark silver, dark grey finish over here as well, which again breaks the monotony and adds a nice styling treatment. These are not active vents, by the way. Let me pull up my phone. Check this out. You can also park your smartphone over here. Very unique, isn't it? This also is going to be very, very useful in your daily ownership cycle. Now let us speak about the interior cabin. First, have a look at this seat. A very unique color blend over here. So you have this dark grey fabric, and then you have this very different kind of an olive color leather seat upholstery, perforated leather seats because you have seat ventilation, BE branding over here, and this fabric feels quite nice to touch. And the headrests also look very, very unique, very, very different, unlike any other car, especially in this price range. Then what I want to show you is down below. Look at the footwell area. A very large dead pedal, and the brake and accelerator, they are also very well spaced out. Let me sit in and show that to you. I wear a shoe size 9. Check this out. I can completely rest my left foot, and the pedal placement, it is nice and spacious. BE branding over here. This is your AC vent, which you can switch off if you are feeling too cold. And then you have some controls over here. This is for your park assist. This is for auto hold functionality, hill descent. This is for your stability control. Then this is for, I don't know what. Let us try it out. What is it doing? Okay, this is for your head-up display to turn it on and off, and then this is for your charge flap to open it and close it. Then have a look at this steering wheel. I mean, very, very unique, isn't it? Now you have an illuminated steering wheel, BE branding over here, and this is much better than the Tata steering wheels. Of course, it looks similar, but this is a connected piece, so it is not off, so it will not trigger your OCD if at all you have it. flat top, flat bottom, plenty of crease lines on the sides as well, and it feels very good to hold on to. It gives you a very sporty kind of a feel. And then all this gloss black, of course it is going to show a lot of dust and dirt, but the buttons are large, so to control them it is not too much of an effort. This button is for your boost mode. So when you press this, you will get a notification if boost mode is available or not. This button is for one pedal drive, and you will have to first slot it in D mode, I guess. And check this out. If you press this, now you will see it shows you one pedal drive mode is on. Then these buttons, plus and minus, these are for regen levels. And then this control button over here is for your speedometer cluster, the information that you see over here. There is a lot that you see. So, you know, when you go to analytics, check this out. You have your trip information, you have energy consumption, you have your battery flow. Then when you go to navigation, you can have your map display, a full map display on the speedometer. Then you have your drive assist, which will give you ADAS related information over here. And then when you go to focus, just check this. You have different options, I guess, and there is no other information which is disturbing you. So focus mode, I guess, is going to just leave the basics in your view. This is how it looks when you want to analyze your trip depending on how you have been driving it. This is your range information. On the right hand side you have your applied power information, and then you have your regen information, you have your selected mode, you have your odometer. There is just a lot. You have your clock, you have your ambient temperature. There is just so much that this speedometer cluster shows you. But the good thing is that the contrasts are very good, the screen resolution is very good, and all of this information is very easy to consume even on the go. And all of this information, well, most of it is also seen on the head-up display. Now, it is not ideal condition to show the head-up display information to you, but check this out. This bin that you see, this is not a storage bin. So do not throw stuff over here. Ensure that your kids don't throw some stuff over here, because they might damage the head-up display. So this is something that you have to keep in mind. Otherwise, you will notice that the dashboard is relatively flat on top. Here you have soft touch material, but the black part is hard plastic. There is no flat section over here to place idles, but I'm sure you will find some ways. You can also place idles over here. We will get to this section soon, but have a look at this area again. The steering wheel, it has tilt and telescopic adjustment, so you can very easily, set it as per your desired driving style and driving position. Let me do that right now. So I am at the lowest seat setting, and this is ideal driving seat position for me. When you look at this control stalk, you will notice that you have automatic headlamps and you also have rain sensing wipers. Now the biggest styling highlight inside the Mahindra BE 6e is this partition between you, the driver, and the front passenger. So this is not very, couple friendly, should you say that? But this, I think, should be in the interest of safety, and it looks very stylish. It looks very unique. There is no other product which offers you such a styling treatment on the inside. How functional it is, I don't know, but it definitely looks good. You have that same, olive kind of a color treatment over here on the dashboard mid pad and on this section. Have a look at these AC vent sections. They are very easy to close completely. But then again, because there are so many cuts and crease lines, everything, all of this is going to be a bit tricky to clean and maintain. The glove box, it doesn't open up too wide, but it is really long, so you can definitely store a lot of stuff. But the opening should have been a bit bigger. And now let us very quickly speak about the features. First, this infotainment screen. So have a look at this. The screen display quality is very nice. Fluidity is good, and the UI is also nice. Over here, the ambient lights, you can increase the brightness. You have a lot of information shown to you over here in terms of the app connectivity options that you get. You get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, both of which are wireless. You have Alexa connectivity, and then there is just so much more that is embedded within this system. If you go to energy settings, you will get your battery information, and all this is going to keep you informed about your electric SUV. When you go to EcoSense, you will get a score on how you have been driving, so this is going to help you be a better driver. In drive assist function, you can select all the ADAS features that you are getting and tweak them accordingly. And then over here, when you go to climate settings, you can of course control the air conditioning and other features which are offered to you. Just have a look at this. Let's find out what this does. Let us see what is clear view. Okay, so it has now actually activated the AC vent on the windscreen. So it was just going to clear the mist if at all it had accumulated over here. So it is kind of a defogger functionality, and very nice, isn't it? Even for pets, you can keep the climate control on. You can keep it on for camping setup. So quite interesting, isn't it? All these features you don't see in any vehicle at this price point. When you go back, there is just so much more. When you go to auto park, you will get this display over here which will help you park your vehicle automatically. Now we haven't tried that yet, but we will when we get this vehicle for a longer time. When you go to my vehicle, here you have different drive modes. So this is everyday, this is range, this is race. You have 3 street based drive modes. This is street mode, and then you also have one individual snow mode. If you move to any other drive mode, it will go back to street and then make that necessary change. Exterior features, interior features, there is just so much, and it looks very, very nice, doesn't it? But let us not speak too much about only this infotainment, because it just packs too much. This is information overload even for us, and I'm sure for you as well. Now lower down below this section, you will notice you have a very flat section over here with 2 wireless charging pads. So 2 phones, I can charge them simultaneously on this wireless charger. Very nice. It has clearly mentioned no coins and no smart key. Why would you keep your smart key over here when Mahindra has carved out a section over here on this central tunnel console to place your key? So check this out. This is the key. Looks very nice, very stylish, and you can park it over here. Very cool, isn't it? And in front of this key placement, in front of this area where you can park your key, is your engine start stop button. Now you have to press it a bit hard, and this entire panel has a lot of those buttons. So check this out. This is your controller for your infotainment. This is your quick access button for your drive modes, and then this is a quick access button for your climate control, which you will see over here, the information over here. And then you can go back to home screen setting. Now this is kind of an equalizer identifier. If I press that, nothing is happening, so I'm not going to waste my time over it. Then have a look at this. You have a single cup holder over here on this central tunnel console, but I'm not complaining about it. You have your ambient lights over here. Let us try to activate them. Okay, so let us go to ambient lights, and now have a look at this. Ambient lights are in drive mode, dependent mode. So check this out. I have set it. So right now it is green, and then now I have set it to summer. This is winter, this is autumn, and there are these 6 color options, I guess. And you can also set the brightness level, and you can also go to custom setting and then select a particular ambient light color, and you can have a wave effect or something like that too, if you like to play around with these features. Then over here you will notice you have 2 charging points, USB type C, both of them. They are so oddly placed that I saw them for the first time now and not noticed them yesterday because I was shooting in the dark. Then this, the gear selector. Check this out. Aircraft inspired, very stylish. Here is your park button, plus and minus buttons for your region levels, and then you have to pull it to change the gears, to shift gears. start stop button and very ideally placed. So the start stop button and the gear selector are next to each other. So that is quite nice. And in this massive storage bin over here, you can maybe carry your purse or your backpack, your wallet and a lot of other oddities. It has a soft touch base, so it is not going to be, making rattling noises. So very practical in terms of space optimization and space management. I really like it. Then you also have this armrest which doesn't slide. It has a soft touch material, and below this you have a storage bin area. This is also a cooled storage area, and you have a control to allow air in or not. So very nice. Then have a look at the roof section. Both of these sun visors, both of them have a vanity mirror with an illumination. Just have a look at how this flap folds. Very nice. I just hope that it lasts the distance, but it works flawlessly. Check this out. If I only open it halfway, the light doesn't illuminate. I have to open it fully. So that is nicely done. I really like that it has a black roof liner. This is not going to get dirty. Overall, the BE6E has a dark theme on the inside, and this definitely is going to be easy to maintain in your ownership cycle. Then have a look at this rear view mirror. Very good looking electrochromic rear view mirror, and it has no bezel, so it looks very stylish. A camera over here too. There is a camera for your ADAS over here too. And then have a look at these buttons. This is for your lock and unlock. This is to open and close the tailgate. This is your hazard light switch. Then you have your park assist button over here. Check this out. This is for your auto park. And then you have your 360-degree camera button over here too. And check this out. When I press it, have a look at the screen over here. You have your front view. You have your rear view. You have this side view. You have a 3D view. And then this is just for standard parking. Quite nice, isn't it? And the screen resolution is also quite nice. It could have been better, but I'm not going to complain about it. It is nice. It is functional enough. Now, when you look at the roof area, you will see that you have a big glass section. This does not open. This is not an openable sunroof. All you can do is get this cover to slide, and then you can block that glass section entirely. This is very light in terms of the fabric, but Mahindra has told us that this glass roof is going to protect you from UV rays. It is not going to heat up the cabin. Let us believe them, because today we were happy with the AC performance. And one touch, you can retract this sunshade, and you will notice that the glass roof is all the way back. It is till over the rear passenger headrest. So that also is going to make you feel special if you are being driven around in this car. Over here on the roof, you will notice you have a speaker. There is no grab handle over here. This car comes with a premium sound system, and that also is going to keep you entertained on your long drives. Very quickly, have a look at the seat again. This headrest, you can move it up and down. You have reasonable range of motion. Even over here, check out the textured plastic. Looks very nice. All of this definitely, is going to tell you that you have spent money on a premium car. It looks very special. And then this seat, the front passenger seat, this is not electrically operated. So this is manual. I wish that this was also an electrically operated seat, especially if pricing is going to touch almost 30 lakh rupees or cross 30 lakh rupees for the top trims of this Mahindra BE6E. Now, I did show you the space, which was good enough for me. I have set the steering wheel, I have set the driver seat. Now is the time to get in the back seat and tell you about the space that is available over there. So now when I get inside over here in the rear seat, have a look at this. This is the amount of knee room that is available. But foot room right now is in limited quantity because this seat is at its lowest setting. So this is as tight as it can get. Of course, it will get better if the seat is raised. Now have a look at the amount of headroom. I'm 5 feet 8 inches in height, and this is not bad. I have a very good view of everything above me, which is quite nice. And this roof liner, this black section is not in my primary POV. So that makes me feel like I'm just looking out of the vehicle. So because of this, I will not feel claustrophobic, even though it has a predominant dark theme on the inside. The window sill area is a bit high. It is almost at my shoulder level, or maybe a bit above my shoulder level. There is no retractable sunshade over here, but I'm okay with that. Here you have your LED cabin lamp, and you have a retractable grabbing handle along with a coat hook over here. Behind this front seat, the seat back is all hard plastic. You have two seat back pockets, but you can't really store, I guess, hard items over here because it might be a little difficult. Nevertheless, space is decent and I think people should be happy. This armrest has two cup holders. Here you have a fixed type headrest. These are going to be adjustable headrests. So check this out. You can adjust the height or get it completely down, and in terms of comfort, this is not bad. The cushioning is also decent. Now when I move to the center as the third passenger, check this out. The floor is completely flat because this is an EV, and because of that you can sit comfortably. My knees are not pointing upwards, skywards, so I will have no problems being seated over here for a long drive. But then the headroom is in limited quantity and my hair is almost brushing the roof liner. So for a taller occupant, this seat is not going to be ideal for a long time, but it is not too bad for me and my height. The seat bench in the center area is a bit raised, so that is compromising the available headroom a bit. Have a look at the seat again. The play of dark grey fabric with this olive color, a very unique color scheme, color blend which we have seen on a car here in India. And then you will notice that there is not too much of bolstering over here. So because of this, what you can do is you can actually use the entire width of this vehicle if you all are 3 people seated in the back seat of this BE6E. Now this front passenger seat, I have pushed it all the way forward. So this is the maximum amount of legroom that you will get if at all you are going to make use of this car as a chauffeur driven vehicle. Now this seat does not have height adjustment. So check this out. My foot over here, I can slide it comfortably. I couldn't do that behind the driver's seat because that was low, but here no challenge, and when I stretch my legs, I'm getting decent thigh support as well. You have this point over here where you can mount accessories, maybe rear seat entertainment, so that is up to you if you would like to buy it or not. And when you sit over here, when you look at these headrests, this also gives you a very nice cool look, so you will appreciate it. You have these two AC vents over here which also are very unique, very different, and you can close them too. But again, just have a look at these cuts and creases. This is going to be very difficult to clean in the dusty Indian weather. Below you have USB charging points and a smartphone storage point as well. So this is also going to be functional and practical. Then when you look at this section on the door, again have a look at that strap for opening the door, gloss black treatment for your window control, textured hard plastic, soft touch material, and bottle holders. As you can notice, we have kept 2 bottles over here. Also in this section, what I want you to notice is that you will notice ambient lights. So the ambient lights are not just for the front cabin, even the rear seat occupants are going to feel special. Harman Kardon branding for your sound system. So like I said, premium sound quality, premium sound system inside the Mahindra BE6E. And even at the back, the sill is not tub-like, so it is nice and flat, so you can get your foot in and out effortlessly. You don't have to get your foot up and then get out and then step out of this vehicle. So what do you think? What do you make out of the Mahindra BE6E? Do you think this is a stylish vehicle? Do you think this is a special, this is a practical electric SUV for you? Let us know in the comments below. Would you buy this or the Tata Curvv.EV? Whatever is your opinion, comments below. I will see you soon. Subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel and press that bell icon.